I'm the bad guy, and I get to say, see you next week.
So what is the cheating code in Andrew Tate's like books? Like, how do you morally cheat if you have a girl? You're honest with her. You're upfront with her.
It's not even about that, because when I say it on these podcasts, I have to condense everything. I have to be very compendious, and I have to try and...
Or how does one, not Andrew Tate, how does one morally cheat?
It's just about understanding and instilling a mental frame inside of the female that makes her understand that it's really not that big a deal. That, coupled with your status and the fact that you're hard to replace, will make you be able to get away with it. And when I say get away with, I don't even mean get away with. It can be a very honest and open thing. I'm telling you, man, like, most men would be surprised by how deviant women are. If you have a woman and you're truly cool, and you're truly together, and she truly loves you, you come home. Have you been out? You fucked that bitch. I did fuck that bitch. You know what? I fucked her, but her tits are not as good as yours. Come here.
But does that work?
She'll love it. She doesn't give a shit.
What if she had a better rack, though?
Well, then she's in trouble, right? But I'm saying, if the framing is right, but it's about the mental framing. I say these things, and men think I'm full of shit, but you have to understand the mental framing. I'll give you an example. If a man
so that's your line when you come home and you just just compliment the girl's rack and then you're good?
It's an example.
That's a good, that's a good line, though.
But I'm talking about the mental framing. If a woman gets with a man and his frame is correct, that woman, over a long enough period of time, has the same political views, likes the same music, likes the same movies, has the same friends as him, watches the same things on YouTube, the same Netflix shows. If you see a woman who loves that man, doesn't she do everything the man does? So if that man truly believes and can explain to her in a sensible way, look, I love you, I take care of you, I pay your fucking rent, you're living with me, that bitch, fuck that bitch, who cares? I fucked her, so what? Who gives a shit? She ain't here, she ain't living in the fucking penthouse, shut up. Eventually she's gonna be like, okay, well, as long as those girls don't live with you, they absorb their man's frame.
Wait, but
that's the frame.
Hold on, though. So what if your girl comes home, same scenario, and goes, yo, your dick is bigger? That's not gonna make you happy, though.
Bro. Okay, so this argument is one I've heard so many trillion times. They say, well, if you can do that, why can't the woman do that? And I can answer it in so many different ways.
Give your harshest way.
My harshest way is that it goes against the will of God and nature. It goes against the way of man. For the longest period of human history, men had more than one woman. Every king, every sultan, read the Bible, read the Quran. In most of the world today, men still have more than one woman. Never in history, in any book ever, in any civilization since the dawn of human time, have promiscuous women been celebrated, ever. They have been frowned upon in every single society ever. The main reason is because of paternity. Because what happens is, if I have 5 girlfriends and they all get pregnant, we know who the 5 mothers
the guys
are.
are in town?
Thank you. And we know who the 5 fathers are.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, the father for the 5 kids. So you know who the kids belong to.
Yeah.
If you have a woman who's sleeping with 5 dudes, when she gets pregnant, nobody knows who the fucking kid belongs to. Now, the DNA test might be able to fix that, modern science, right? But there's a whole bunch of modern science that's to work the devil. That shit's new. Humans, evolutionarily, grew up until the 1950s, 1960s, where none of that shit was doable. You had to know who the mother and the father was. You had to have a virgin. That's why they celebrate virginity in most of these places on the planet. They can't afford DNA tests. If she ain't a virgin, I don't know as a fact I'm the father. So I ain't gonna fucking deal with her shit. That's why virginity is so important in most of the world to this day. So to come along and say a woman can do it too is disgusting in the eyes of God and in the eyes of nature. You can come along with science and somehow then try and fix it and prove it.
So
patch it up.
God just wants the boys to just run through chicks.
God wants the warriors out here.
God's looking down right now and he's like, boys, I just want you to run through chicks.
God wants the men, the masculine males of earth, to reproduce, create his warriors. God needs warriors.
What parable is that in?
It's Tate 15.
Okay, I'll search it up.
Look it up.
Wait, so when
God needs warriors.
New Testament?
New and old. I'm everywhere, bro. Okay. I'm around. You should read the book, G. I'm in there somewhere. You'll see it. And you go, that sounds like Tate. He probably wrote that one. Luke. Nah, that wasn't Luke. That was Tate, that one.
What about, have you ever dated a girl that makes more money than you?
That's impossible.
It's possible.
It's
what
impossible.
do you mean? What if when you finally go to the US, you're in LA, and Kylie Jenner pulls up on you, and she's like...
She's still not richer than me.
She's richer than you.
Nah.
She is.
But I'm rich in ways beyond money. You're thinking in numbers.
No, I'm talking financially.
Then I guess I'm gonna have a very good life, aren't I?
Would you ever date a girl that's richer than you?
Fuck yes. Why not?
Would you let her pay bills?
I spent most of my life dating girls who were richer than me. Like, for a long time, I had no money, and I'd date a bitch and she might have more money than me. That was no problem for me because I was still in control. I was still in charge. Masculine frame is not all about money. The idea that it's all money is not true at all. Right? I did very, very well in my life when I had no money, and I was a professional fighter, and I was on the way up, and I was fighting, and I didn't really have that much money. I did fine.
So what if you're...
there are dudes in New York right now selling CDs on the street with like 4 girlfriends, and they're just tearing through pussy. Everyone knows it. They're
Even the
fucking
CD
everyone's wife
guys?
on the slide. They're doing fine. So it ain't just about
But then
money.
what leverage do you have over them if you're not taking care of them? Like, what if Kylie Jenner's like, what the fuck? Like, you're on my jet. It's bigger than yours. Like, you can't fucking cheat on girls now.
If I'm
or
on
would
that,
you just dip at that point?
if I'm on that jet, it's my jet.
Oh my
It's your
God.
jet?
Oh my God.
If I'm on her jet, then it becomes my jet.
What if it says Kylie Skin on the outside
Doesn't
of the
matter
jet, though?
because if she's my chick,
Do you
then
make her pull off the decal?
No, she can keep it. But if she's my chick, then she's mine. So her things are now mine. It's my jet, my house. This is my jet, young lady. Sit down, be quiet. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. I fucked Hannah Montana, whoever. It's gonna be okay. Like, so there might be some celeb beef there, but it's not just about money. I want people to understand it's not just about money. Because I have money is not the reason I say these things. Frame in and of itself is not just about cash.
But do you think you could pull that off with a boss bitch, is what I'm saying?
Well, this is interesting, right? So now we can apply this to the things I've been saying.
That'd be a true test.
Now we can apply this to the things I've been saying. Someone like Kylie Jenner is far more difficult to replace because
Right.
she's more scarce.
Right.
So then she would be able to turn around and try and play the same game back with me. I'm not saying that it's all a game and it's all just like a chess match and those kind of things. I'm saying these are the basics of human dynamics and human nature. And that someone like Kylie Jenner can have anyone on the planet and there's only one of her. I want to actually say something quickly before we go into this. I'm new to being big on the internet. I really don't even know what Kylie Jenner looks like. Wait, is Kylie Jenner
That's
a dude?
cap.
Is
Yeah,
that
that's
a dude?
cap. That's cap.
Is Kylie Jenner the
That's
dude?
huge cap.
Is Kylie Jenner a guy?
You have to be capping.
That's a
Caitlyn.
huge cap.
Who's the guy?
You just brought up
Caitlyn.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah, but who's the dude one?
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn.
Oh, okay, fuck, thank God. I thought you were setting me up.
That's the hottest
I thought you
one.
were setting me up saying I'm talking about a dude. All right, okay. Kylie Jenner. Jenner's
Kylie's
girl.
like slightly less hot than Caitlyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, obviously it would be a slightly different dynamic. But I'm not saying that. But who is she dating now? I don't
Travis
know.
Scott.
Okay, is he loyal?
I don't know. I think he dogs.
Probably not.
He probably dogs.
What do you think? Do you know who Travis Scott is?
I don't know any of these. I don't know these people. So I don't know these people. But what I'm saying is that at a certain level of masculine frame, I think most women are kind of like, don't tell me about it. I don't want to know about it. Just do your thing. Please love me. I love you back. Boom. And most women will agree with this. I say this to girls all the time because I say these things and girls say, my man would never cheat. My man doesn't cheat, blah, blah, blah. I say, go into his room and demand to see his phone. And no matter what excuse he gives you, don't buy it. Demand to see it.
Why do you want that though? Why would you do your boys like that?
No, because exactly. Why'd you do your boys like that? Because what's on the phone?
Huh?
What's on his phone?
Probably some shit that
Some
she doesn't want to see.
some bitch.
Yeah.
So every man's doing it anyway. So every woman knows it, and the reason she doesn't demand to see his phone because she'll want to have her illusions shattered.
Do you think that that's fair for her to want to see the phone and get to see it?
Fuck no, tell her to fuck off. But I'm just saying that women know truthfully because if they truly want to find out, they could, and they don't want to find out. They want to just pretend.